just jumping right in, what led you to choose this as a career path?
Yeah, it's kind of funny. I never actually consciously made the choice to do this. I kind of fell into it. I was considering law school myself, of course, which is why I got into the LSAT, because most people don't do this for fun. And it ended up being not very much fun at all. I started off with scores in the low 150s when I had dreams of a top 14. And it was really disheartening to start off with those initial low scores. And I kind of used that as fuel and became obsessed with the process of mastering this exam. And over an excruciatingly long period of time, what ended up being over the course of an entire year, I gradually raised my score to a 175.
Oh,
And
wow.
it was a huge increase, but it didn't really feel very sudden during the process. But once I got there, friends started asking me for help with it. And I had tutored other subjects in the past. So I started tutoring and coaching the LSAT as well.
Mhm.
And then when it came time to apply to law school, I realized that that wasn't really what I had ever wanted to do. I'd
Mhm.
always been kind of ambivalent about it and kind of had this lack of certainty about my future career prospects after graduating college. And so since I was already coaching the LSAT, I decided to kind of just keep doing that for a while and delay my law school applications, and then never ended up going. And now over 10 years later, I've got the blog and the website and the podcast
Yeah.
and all that. So it's kind of just snowballed bit by bit. And that brings me to where I am today. And I love it. I love what I do.
So you never actually ended up applying to law school?
No, I never even applied. It's funny. I wrote a personal statement, but it kind of ended up being all about why I didn't want to go to law school, really.
Oh my gosh.
It ended up being more negative than positive. And I showed it to my brother and he was like, it sounds like you don't want to go to law school. And I was like, maybe I don't, but I loved the LSAT and I loved doing that. And I loved the website. And then the podcast and YouTube came later. They kind of grew out of it, but it became this journey of just going deeper and deeper into the formulas and underlying structure of the LSAT.
Yeah. So is the LSAT test itself the reason that you love your job, or are there other aspects to what you do for a career now?
Well, I love the exam. I think it's super complex and more interesting and more deep every time I look at it.
Mm.
But I also love the students. I love working with folks one-on-one. I love hearing from folks who listen to the podcast or read the website or anything in between. So I think that the human interaction is a lot of what makes this fun. If I were just studying the LSAT in some dark corner, not ever talking to anybody, it wouldn't really be the same. So I think the interactivity plus the exam itself is what really makes it special for me.
Yeah, that's awesome. I have to ask you, have you actually like paid to sit and take the LSAT in the last 10 years?
Yeah, I have. I did. I mean, that's how I got my score. I sat down and I took it. I took it a couple of times at various test centers throughout New York. So yeah, I had been through the process. And of course, it's very different doing this on your own in your apartment or in a coffee shop when you know it's
For
not for
sure.
real versus whatever happens that day, you're going to have the score on record. It'll live on forever. And of course, you can cancel if you want. But there's definitely a different level of stress when you're surrounded by other students who you're competing with in a way, and then the proctors who can be really annoying as they pace around the room. Thanks for tuning into the show. Please subscribe if you haven't done so already to be notified of new episodes as I release them. And feel free to reach out if you need anything at all as you move forward with your prep. I'm happy to help however I can. In the meantime, I'll wish you all the best and take care.